As an entrepreneur who designs super cool rockets, Wiley of Wiley Rocket Design is always needing new parts to be manufactured. Since he doesn't have a manufacturing facility, when parts need to get made, he connects with vendors on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So Wiley found himself in a bit of a jam. He needs 25 of these links to be manufactured stat. So he reached out to the ACME Corporation, a trusted vendor he's used many times in the past. But he doesn't just send them an email when he needs stuff made. Wiley uses SOLIDWORKS to design his rockets, but he also uses the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to communicate and collaborate with people, both inside and outside his organization. Wiley reaches out to ACME in a private community on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to request a quote for these parts to get made. He posts the details to the community, but also adds pics of the component and even a link to the actual SOLIDWORKS part that's stored on 3D Drive, a cloud-based, secure data sharing service that's on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform as well. ACME Corp has many private communities that they've set up with repeat clients so they can field requests, create quotes, manufacture parts, and send them out fast. A salesperson at ACME, Sue, is notified of Wiley's request for a quote and gets the ball rolling. Sue creates a task using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform for Ed, an engineer, to help in the quoting process. She can even add Wiley's part file directly to the task, so there's absolutely no confusion about what Wiley needs to have manufactured. Ed immediately receives a notification that there's a new task assigned to him. So he opens the task and opens Wiley's part in SOLIDWORKS. Ed uses SOLIDWORKS costing to understand what it'll take to manufacture 25 of these parts and quickly creates a costing report. Ed goes to the shared community and posts a PDF for Wiley to view, and marks his task complete just in time for his afternoon coffee. Wiley just received a call that his launch just got pushed up 2 days. He was about to reach out to ACME to put a rush on the order when he received a notification that there's a new post in the community. He was expecting these parts were going to take a while to produce, but he's now pleasantly surprised that the quote's already done. The rush on the order would have cost him an arm and a leg with the short timeline, but it looks like ACME's on it, and the parts will arrive on time. Relieved, Wiley replies to Ed's community post to greenlight the order. Now that Wiley's quote's been approved, Ed creates a task for Mike, the manufacturer, to create the G-code to CNC the part. He adds a start and end date so there's no confusion about when these parts will be completed. While he's there, he'll also add another task, but this one's for Oliver, the machine operator, to facilitate machining of the part. Ed knows Mike will need to create the G-code before Oliver can cut anything, so he creates a dependency that Mike's task must be complete before Oliver can even start working. This will help Ed understand the approximate deliver date to Wiley. Mike opens the part in SOLIDWORKS and prepares it for manufacturing by creating a stock and boundary so they'll know where the part sits based on the materials available at the shop. Since they'll be machined 2 at a time, he'll also add an additional part to the boundary and then save on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. He now opens the part in DELMIA to create the program to manufacture the product, and now generates the toolpath required to machine it. Mike runs a tight ship, and there's never time for errors on the shop floor. So he always simulates the toolpath to verify that the kinetics of the machine work as expected. Satisfied with the results, Mike creates the G-code that'll allow Oliver to run the program and cut the parts. And now he adds that data to a collaborative bookmark to make it easy for Oliver to find. On the shop floor, Oliver's chatting with Mike on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform and can see that the G-code is ready to run. Oliver loves it when all the information he needs is right at his fingertips. He loads the files into the 3-axis CNC mill to create all 25 parts. When the parts are done, Oliver pulls out his phone and takes a few pics of the finished components and uploads them directly to 3D Drive from his phone. Lucas, in logistics, sees the pics in 3D Drive and adds them to the community that ACME shares with Wiley. Lucas mentions the order's complete and Wiley can stop by to pick up the parts immediately. ACME saved the day! They use the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to collaborate with customers, set up important tasks in-house, and they use DELMIA to create and simulate the program to machine anything their customers throw at them. Meanwhile, Wiley was able to hit his deadline and launch his rocket on time. The 3DEXPERIENCE platform is not only where he manages all of his SOLIDWORKS data, but it's also a place where he collaborates with trusted vendors to get his parts manufactured fast. If you're interested in how the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, SOLIDWORKS, and DELMIA can be used to increase productivity at your business, reach out to your SOLIDWORKS reseller today.